I bought one of the cheapest rear-wheel drive cars on the internet. I'm not a mechanic or anything like that, but I enjoy working on my own projects. In this video I want to check something off my bucket list. Just with the help of the internet I will build my own low-budget drift car. And all of this for under 2000 euros. Hello guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. As you already noticed, now in English, no longer in German. It's quite difficult for me because I'm not the best English speaker, I guess, but I will try it. The reason for it is quite simple. Most of you guys know my Instagram channel with things like this. Most of you guys are English-speaking people, and I thought to say, okay, let's go, we make it on English. And now I would say, let's hop into this project. This project is for you guys. It's for those who want to learn to drift, for those who want to know how much I need to buy a cheap drift car and how can I better my skills. And I think there will be much more things we can do with this car. So in this video series, I will do everything on my own with the help of friends, YouTube videos and ChatGPT. So I hope to inspire you and start your own drift car project and learn drifting and something like that. So first of all, we need a car. Some of you often ask how I can afford nice cars at a young age. For me, it was with projects like this. Finding cheap cars, fixing them and sell them for more money. Here in Germany, the best, cheapest driftable cars are BMWs. The pricing for them starts at about 500 euros, but they are mostly trash. But for under 2000 euros we will definitely find the right one. Something like this dream of a pensioner. A 98 328 3 Series BMW. Okay, this was difficult to say for me, but at first look this car seems very good. 247,000 kilometers and 193 horsepower. A manual gearbox and no accidents. The owner writes that the car is first hand and that some work needs to be done. He wants to sell it ASAP for 1,500 euros, so that sounds like a perfect match. I called Trizzy, we picked up the trailer and drove to the car. On the way I asked ChatGPT about the weak spots of the car. There are problems with the cooling system, engine and drivetrain.
Ich habe das gerade aus dem Motor rausgeholt. Weiß jemand, was das ist? Gehört das irgendwo hin?
And last but not least, rust. So yeah, what should I say? I bought this piece for 850 euros and took it home. Like most of the old BMWs, this car had also the classic rust problem. Some of you may know my latest drift car project, the E46. This project ended before it had really begun. The rust damage was too expensive and it would have been too expensive to get it back on the German roads legally. To avoid making the same mistakes again, I checked the usual spots for rust on the E46. The problem is that you often only see how bad it is when you remove some parts, and the bigger problem is that you can't do this at the seller's place. Luckily the E46 wasn't too rusty, so with the help of YouTube and ChatGPT I first removed all the rust, then I made the new metal panels, learned basics of welding and sealed everything up again. The M52 B28 engine in this car is the same one used in the E36 and is a very solid engine. High mileage isn't really an issue for it. But this one got one problem. It won't start. Once again it's time to ask ChatGPT. Like always there are different possibilities, so let's start with the simplest or cheapest ones. You know this engine is known for having problems with oil leaks, mostly by the valve cover gasket. It becomes leaky and the oil runs from the top down. These leaks along with the piece of plastic I saw behind the oil cap are enough reason to open it. The camshafts look very good, with no oil sludge or other things that the engine has been running with bad oil or too few changes.
Verständnis. Hier, also hier hing das drin, da. Jetzt habe ich auf der Innenseite einfach gesehen, da ein Loch quasi ist, also so ein kleiner Bruch. Und da passt das auch perfekt rein. Hier war anscheinend mal ein Defekt gewesen und dann haben die das aufgespritzt und haben das einfach damit abgedichtet. Also das ist gar nicht irgendwas aus dem Motor von innen, sondern das ist einfach nur von hier oben. Das freut mich gerade abnormal. Das ist ja mega geil. Das ist mega geil.
Das ist schon mega geil.
Hier fällt mir so ein bisschen Stern vom Himmel.
Sterne vom Himmel. Ja.
Mir fallen die Sterne vom Himmel.
And in that moment of happiness, I had no idea that the difficult part was coming next. I took a look at the spark plugs and while checking them, I noticed that there are white tips on them. This is a sign that too little fuel was injected, which could match what ChatGPT said about a possible fuel pump issue. So it sounds like we are one step closer to the solution, but now the last spark plug is making problems. It seems someone installed it incorrectly before. The thread is damaged and even worse, the metal shavings are now inside the engine. At that moment I thought, okay, that's it. All the work so far was for nothing. Metal shavings in the engine are basically the worst thing that can happen, especially in the combustion chamber, where even small particles are enough to destroy the engine. To remove them, I would have to take out the engine and open it. This would mean a lot of work and high costs because the cylinder head and engine block would need to be resurfaced, which can only be done by a professional engineer builder. But I didn't want to give up, so I had an idea. First I took a magnet to fish out the metal shavings. After that I modified my vacuum and sucked out the non-metallic parts from the combustion chamber. I took my camera again and luckily all the metal shavings were gone. So now we can focus on the main problem again. We know that the spark plugs looked like there was no fuel getting to the engine. The fuel pump is a known weak point of the E46, so first order is a new one. In the same step I also ordered a new oil filter, a new valve cover with a gas kit and a refurbished kit for the Venus unit. This unit costs only a bit more and includes new seals and bearings. After almost 250,000 kilometers, it's a good idea to replace them. Most of the time you notice this because of the rattling noises from the engine. To make it short, strange noises and less power. The good thing about old cars is that you can find instruction for almost everything online. So I removed the old unit, cleaned it and replaced it with the new bearings and seals. Working on the engine for the first time felt a bit strange to me, but as long as you stay focused and think logically, nothing should go wrong. After putting everything back together, it's now time for the first start.
Der Moment ist gekommen, wo ich das Auto starten werde. Ich bin gespannt. Auf der einen Seite freue ich mich, auf der anderen Seite habe ich ein bisschen Angst. Okay, also Zündung, Gang raus. Ja? Ja! Geil! Jawohl! Ja gut, das ist jetzt die Dieser, das hört gleich auf. Gut, der Lüfter vorne ist nicht angeschlossen, aber er läuft einfach. Und wie schön er läuft. Geil! Geil! Oh, ist das geil! Oh, ist das geil! Ist das geil! Ja gut, dieser vorne Einheit, die muss ich auf jeden Fall machen, das weiß ich. Aber das müsste gleich auch aufhören. Geil!
At this point of the video, it would be absolutely awesome if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to support me for more projects in the future. Some of you may know that the E46 series has weak spots in the rear axle. The metal of mounting is too thin and can break from rust or heavy use. To prevent this, I ordered these welding plates to reinforce this weak area.
Jason Rulo! Soll ich euch übrigens mal was Lustiges erzählen? Ich muss die Musik ausmachen. Fun Fact an der Stelle, vor 3 Tagen oder so war das?
3 Tage, ja.
Ja, vor 3 Tagen, gell? In meine DMs ist einfach Jason Derulo reingeslidet und hat gefragt, ob der unser Reel nutzen darf. Also das. Jedenfalls wollten die das einfach auf YouTube reposten und da habe ich geschrieben, ja, das können sie machen. Dann wollten die das Reel hochladen und so. Einfach geghostet. Ja, aber Real Talk, was soll ich? Die wollten, dass ich Musik, also dass ich ein Lied von Jason Derulo mit in meinen Reel reinpacke. Ja, das passt einfach nicht. These parts on it. Okay, this is the moment when I decide to change video language to English. And yeah, Sliders here with me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friends. Yesterday I showed you I welded the call it subframe or stronger axle Aufhängung. Ach, ihr wisst, was ich meine. Yeah, and now I decided to weld my diff to make it 100% locked. To make it driftable, low budget driftable, and we came from the store because yesterday I
Versuch nicht so viel M zu sagen.
ja,
Dann mach lieber eine kurze Pause, aber dieses M hört sich richtig deutsch an.
ja gut, das stimmt. Bro.
Scheiße, Mann.
Was? The gas is empty for the. Ich will schon wieder sagen. Ich kann's nicht. So now we want to weld with Elektrodenschweißgerät. Was denn? Elektrodenschweißgerät.
Weil unser Gas leer ist.
Yeah, but these universal Schweißelektroden are, I think over 30 years old. So we try this now, and you will see the results. So dumm, Alter!
After burning out the old oil, of course it didn't work with the electrode welder, so I had to borrow another one. In the next step, we reinstall the rear axle with the new stiffer bushings. They give you better stability and control when drifting. And now we come to the key point: how much did all of this cost? To answer this question, I have saved all the things that I bought. At first, we start with the necessary engine parts and the liquids. With the last leftover oil from the E46 that I used for the oil change, there's a total price of round about 465 euros for the engine parts. Same again with the body and axle parts. There's a total price around 440 euros. So together with the price of the car, some welding gas and other stuff, we got a total price of 1,950 euros. In the next video I will take the car to the racetrack and some very nice snowy mountain roads to test what we built here in all conditions. So thank you very much for watching, don't forget to subscribe and we will see us again in the next video.